It's Jamie from JWorks, and it's been a while. It's been a while since I've gotten a chance to visit you and talk to you. Our business site was hacked last year, and I got back into the site this year, and I'm so happy to be back with you. So today I wanted to bring up a topic and talk about categories which we fall into with men and with men fall into with women. And I'm standing up, I'm just kind of an animated person. This is more comfortable for me. So hopefully this is comfortable for you as well. I'm going to go right off the bat. Let's start off with categories that women fall in as single women with men. Okay? So I'm going to call category 1 just category 1. All right? There's category 1, and that is the category where a man is not interested in you at all. Okay? So when a man isn't interested in you at all, he will not have a reason to talk to you. He will not have a reason to look at you twice. He will not have a reason to tell you your outfit looks nice if he likes it, or comment on something you're doing. It's just he's not interested. So why does he want to talk to you? Men think differently than women, and maybe for some of you women out there, this might be a little bit foreign, but it's the truth. Men who are not interested in you, no matter if you are super interested in them, will not have a reason to talk to you, communicate with you, get to know you, cross your path, period. Category 2 that you may fall into is men who are looking at you as a sexual object. Okay? So category 2 is the sex only category. If you fall into this category with a man, he is only going to be interested in texting you, meeting you at very cheap places like a park, or go on a hike with you or something random like that, and then get in bed with you. He's looking to really just sleep with you and then done. Okay? And over. Maybe the hookup will last a little longer if you two decide to do something like that, but even if you are purely 100% interested in him and see him as partner material, it doesn't matter. You cannot change this man's mind most of the time. If he is interested in sex, you're going to know right off the bat. So that's category 2 you can fall into with women. Women can fall into with men. Category 3 is partner material. And partner material, as we know, a man's going to look at you and get to know you, or maybe just see you and actually think in his head, I like her. I want to get to know her. I want to take her out. There's something about her that is drawing me to her. And yes, he is physically attracted to you. And yes, he does want to sleep with you, but he sees you as more. He values you differently. He sees you as, in these days, the word would be a high quality woman, but I would call it partner material. And he's drawn to you. And when that happens, it's going to be a man, and he's going to try to court you, take you out, want to take you on dates. Yes, he's going to want to sleep with you. That is a situation where you want to keep your boundaries up for a while to see what happens, so that you can decide whether you like him too, and you're getting along and see what happens. But yes, those are the 3 categories. I don't like you at all, no reason to talk to you, number 1. Category 2 is I really just want to have a physical relationship with you and then be done. And then category 3 is I see you as a partner in my future. That's it. Men are simple, and that's not a bad thing. We overthink it sometimes, and we're trying to decide where we are and what they're thinking of us. It's 1, 2, or 3. Men, if you disagree with me, I want you to put your comments below because I would love to hear if there's another category out there. So now let's flip over to the categories that men fit into for us women. So men, oh boy, and I have just dealt with this recently when I coached somebody about 3 weeks ago. Category 1 is one of these heartbreaking categories for some men. It's the friend zone category. So we don't really have a category 1 similar to you men, where we're not going to really talk to you or cross your path or comment to you if we're not interested in you. Our other category for 1, I would call the friend zone. So we find you nice, we find you funny, we find you safe as far as you're not going to infringe upon us and try to move in on us in any kind of sexual manner or romantic manner. And we love hanging out with guys. So, oh my gosh, we have this great friend guy, and we can hug him and we can kiss him on the cheek and we can go out to lunch with him, and maybe he'll take us out to, I don't know, let's ride some dirt bikes, let's have a blast. I can call him up and bitch about work or talk about something that is upsetting me that I might not want to talk to my girlfriends about, and there's no gossip. I don't have to worry about that. There's no drama. We love men friends. We love you. We think you're fabulous. But the bad part about men friends is that men usually aren't friends with women unless they actually want to be involved with them, unless they're physically attracted to them, or unless they want a romantic relationship with them and see them as partner material. So they don't have a category like we do as far as friend zone. It's very rare. So that's category 1. Secondly, the category number 2 that we are looking at, and I'm kind of comparing with the women, would be the physical relationship category. And I believe for about 85 to 90% of women, this category of hooking up or just having plain old sex is something that we as women will do if we're pushed to the point of being so lonely and so feeling alone that we think we might be able to convince this guy who wants to have sex with us to be our boyfriend and be a good boyfriend. So we might just do that. So for all realistic purposes, category 2 doesn't exist for women, but we try to box ourselves sometimes in that category, and it does not work for the most part. I will say that some men tell me that women under the age of 30 do get very aggressive sexually very quickly with them, and it's not a turn on to these men. It is not a turn on at all. And so my thought with that, with everything that I know, is that sometimes women will seek out men for their attention, whether it's physical attention, sexual attention, negative attention, positive attention, because we have issues inside. We have inner child issues, and they have not been fixed. And so we are having sex with multiple men, okay? So really there's no category 2 physical for women, men. Category 3, we do have that category that you have, we have the same one. Partner material category. That category, we see a man, and whether we are talking to him or whether we see him and we're attracted to his looks, or whether we get to know him, we think he's just a great guy and we have an attraction to him, and we see you and we want to be with you long term. Same as you. So we do have that same category. We do want to be physical with you as well, but it's not as strong as a pull usually. We want to sit back and let you come to us. That is the preference, and I think that's a preference for most men, to actually be able to come to us and us have open arms to that. and then us to be feminine, our feminine selves to you, while you are being masculine to us. So now that we have the 3 categories laid out for men and women, ask yourself this question. Do you find that men come to you, some of you ladies, and they only want you for category 2? They find you a category 2 woman all the time. All the time. It's hookups all the time. They want only hookups and sex. I cannot find anybody who's interested in a long-term relationship with me. If you answer yes, okay, you're the common denominator. So for the last year, if you're finding that 95% of the men that are coming towards you only want sex from you, you are the common denominator. No, you don't have a problem as far as what you're doing, but you are letting off a vibe to men. And that vibe that you're letting off to them is telling them that that is who you are. And sometimes we have no idea. And there's other things that actually follow. If you have men that are disrespecting you by touching you inappropriately or talking to you inappropriately continuously, then you need to see a dating coach. Somebody like me. I'm not trying to sell my services, but there is an issue, and we can go through that issue, because you want to be that category 3 woman, and you want men to see you as that. And the men that are stuck in the category 2 place in their life, where they're just not ready for anything but physical, and that can happen at any age, just depends where you are in life. The men that are stuck there will not even bother you. They'll look at you and they will know you're high quality, and they can't get anywhere with you. It's not worth their time or effort or energy. It doesn't mean if they're attracted to you, they're not going to talk to you, but they're not going to try to talk you into bed. They just won't do it. They won't disrespect you. Okay? Now, if you're a woman who finds yourself attracted to men who are category 1 men, who are totally ignoring you all the time, and not making any effort to you, you might want to look at your attachment style. And also, if it's not about attachment style, if you're finding yourself, let's say right now, attracted to somebody who's just not paying attention to you, really you need to move on. You need to move on as quickly as possible and not try to get his attention in any way, shape, or form. Because the more you try to get his attention, the more you're deterring him and repelling him. Just move on with your life, and you'll attract people that are similar to you. Okay? Men, if you're that friend zone person, I definitely can help you. Like I said, I had a client 3 weeks ago. He was the friend zone guy. We worked together for 2.5 hours. This Sunday he had a fabulous date. He's absolutely thrilled. He's changed the way that he approaches a woman. He's changed the way that he handles his flirting with a woman. He actually flirts now. He's changed his demeanor on a date. He's changed his verbiage, everything. And he hasn't changed himself. He's just leveled up. He's gained some skills and he's evolved. So it's made him now not the friend zone guy, but the number 3 potential partner man. So, we'll see if he needs any more training as he's going on other dates with this woman. I'm crossing my fingers. He's going to do fabulous. But he actually went out and utilized the skills and is thrilled about it. So, just to kind of cover some of the categories, it's very simple for the men, gets a little more complicated for the women. If you have any comments, I'd love for you to place them below. But I think when I lay it out like this, it gives you a better perspective of what you're dealing with out in the dating world. And when you do date somebody, and when you see somebody, or they approach you and they act a certain way, and I could go on and on about the category 2 man that just wants you physically, and the different red flags you would see right off the bat just to be able to let him go, that could be a whole nother video. But if you understand that there's really only these 3 categories, and for women there's really 2, but we try to jam ourselves into that physical category, it doesn't really work for us. There's really only the 2. I think that this is going to help you when you're out there and you're dating and you think to yourself after a date or as somebody approaches you, you know, what am I thinking about as far as who the person I just was with or the person I just met? Do I find them to be partner material, or is it more of a friend thing? And then for men, I think you're going to definitely be able to see if you're being placed into the friend area and understand that as women are not doing this to hurt you. We love men to be our friends, but it's really not something that's usually going to work out in the future. You can wait around, and you think you're going to be able to slide into that other category. Usually not going to happen. I'd say 98% of the time you're going to stay in the friend zone. Once in a while, maybe you'll be able to slip into that other, category of the long-term partner material category. But if you can change your behaviors with women or recognize right away they're placing you in the friend zone, then at that point you need to either cut it off and move on to someone who actually is going to place you in that partner material zone so that you have a chance at having a relationship. Because the more time you waste in the dead zones, okay, that aren't going to get you anywhere, the more time that passes that you're missing opportunities with real people who want to have a real relationship with you and respect you and see you as partner material. So don't block your doorway being in the friend zone. Don't block your doorway with a man, women, that is not interested in you or just interested in sex. Open up that doorway and shove those men aside gently in your head and say, I'm done. It's next. I need to go on. I need to move on to somebody who's going to see me as partner material. And you will be very surprised if you open yourself up to the opportunity to be with somebody who is going to see you as partner material instead of just settling to be either a friend or just a physical relationship or nothing. Okay, one of those 3, you're going to be very shocked at seeing if you actually clear your path and open yourself up to long-term relationship, partner material, men and women. It's going to enter your life. Okay, they will enter. They will be gravitating towards you if you are letting off that feeling of a long-term relationship, high quality, high value person. I'm not messing around with the physical thing. I'm not messing around in the friend zone. I'm here for the real deal. Okay? So that is my little tip for today. And I have speed dating tickets for sale right now. Seniors, we're doing the seniors event in June on the 16th, which is a Thursday, at Legends Distillery. It's going to be amazing because it's not your grandma's speed dating event. This is a speed dating turned upside down on its head. It is about fun, it's about flirty, and it's about interaction. And I will be potentially posting up again this week for another speed dating event with, I'm hoping, men in uniform. Let's say you're a police officer. Come on, baby. I've been a bad girl. Let's say you're a fireman. Hose me down, honey. Come on to the speed dating event. Let's say you're a mechanic. I got a lot of things that are broken. Come on and fix them, hon. Let's say you work at the hospital. You can be a tech, a nurse, a doctor, it doesn't matter. I need a full exam, doc. Why don't you come to the speed dating event? It could be any type of uniform. A coach. You could have been your child's coach. It could be a Boy Scout leader's coach. Anything, men. I want men in uniform. I want 10 good men in uniform for the next speed dating event. And I'm looking at 40s to 50s. 40s and 50s. Sorry about that. If you're in your 40s and 50s and you are somebody who was in uniform or is in uniform, and it could be military, show me your guns, baby. Show me your guns. So that is what is happening with us. I hope everybody is doing wonderful, and I want you all to remember, it's not a date unless it's face to face. Come on out to our speed dating events. Give me a call if you need a consult for date coaching. I do it during the week. I do it during the weekend, and I'm here for you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everyone. Bye, all.